back like a bad rash. Or an infestation. Whichever's worse. Anyway. Let's get to it. Alright. Last time around, went and met the commander of the psionic forces. He's preoccupied with other things. Worth a lot of money, but damn is it heavy. Worry about it later. You have a giant pile of stuff. And maybe I shouldn't be bringing all of it right now. So we'll go with this. Right. Looks like cracks on this side. What about the other side? Ah, you guys weren't here earlier. Shit. Well, out of the freezer right back into the oven. Let's see how bad I can screw this up. Only hit one. Could tase this guy. Don't think that's a good idea though. There's one. Three more to go. Oh, there's also the cryo sentinel. So maybe there's more. Right away. Oh, wrong button. Shit. Yeah, that ain't good. Basically 0% survival chance, but let's see. There he goes. Dang it. Okay. So there are only so many of these dudes, but I still have to deal with it. Son of a bitch. Yeah, at least I set him on fire. Sounds like he took out the cryo sentinel. It looks like it too. Rest of the bozos went up over there. Or maybe just one? Unclear. Focus stim. I sworn I had some bullhead. It's not on the bar, but that's not because I don't have any. Where is it? Wish, vitality powder, side booster, super soldier drug, super health hypos. It's a pill form if I remember. No. This one. Which is on the bar. I'm just blind as hell. Goddamn. Critical hit for 426 damage. That's a lot of damage. Still there. Okay, what if we preemptively take the drugs? Then we start the fight. Just as they're moving away. If I'm lucky, they're all gonna try to run away the other way. Maybe unlucky. I don't know yet. Not terribly much margin for error. Can't do much about that. And over here. Now run over here. Does the gunslinger have it? We'll find out. No. Well, shit. Don't want to take these guys out though, because eventually I will exhaust their supply of clones. Just gonna take some work. Didn't hit any of them. Did hit the ammo crate, but it really does not help me right now. Still had the Cryo Sentinel, so I can't do anything about these guys unless... Nah, that's still within range. Good luck, Gunslinger. You're gonna need it. Good luck to me. I'm gonna need it. I am now tiny shards of glass. Or ice, not glass. Totally different. Okay. Maybe this is a really bad spot to engage an entire squad. Let's go the other way. There to go. Resisted the punch. So one guy dealt with. Now the other four. Plus the Cryo Sentinel. Adrenaline's gonna wear out. Bullhead just in case. Hide right back around the corner. So one guy down. Now the other unfortunate bastard. He is immobilized. So I could stun him with the taser, but I don't think he can move from where he is. I think. Gunslinger got him. The only thing that's not confirmed is the Cryo Sentinel. I think that's another group, so this might be bad. Especially because I wasted my first turn accidentally clicking. Let's find out. Yeah, no. There is another group. That'll force them to go the whole way around. Well, not force, but they'll want to. Which is, you know, same difference. Wish I could have saved when I had the chance. See any of them. There's one. Missed. One less. Now there was the Crow Sentinel, the one guy. There's probably like another 3 or 4 right over here. It's kind of a problem. No, never mind. Drugs are wasted. Not sure how we accidentally split up that group though. Usually doesn't happen. Ever. But whatever. Got the drugs to spare. The good thing with these Psychofract dudes is they don't have any weapons on them. So they have very high value loot, because it's light. That being said, it's still enough to send me over the threshold. Gonna dump a few more things in that one shelf, whichever one it was. I really should consolidate these. And quick save again. More of them. Since they're separated from the rest of the group, don't mind if I do. One down. Just about took out the second one. Think this might be enough. Yep. Taser kill. The rest of the group is gonna be down there. Supposedly. Not here. Why are you recharging your shield? Oh, whatever. Not a good place to walk into. Right then. I'm gonna try to get back out over to where the portal is. Go sell some more stuff, because I think I had some stuff lying around on the ground. I think. Oh, a lot of stuff lying around on the ground, actually. But that's their problem, not mine. A couple of things. Some juice. Alright. Fill me back up, boss. Alt-click. So many games I'm playing and so many different key combinations to remember. No can rebind that shit, but never think about it in the moment. Next, house. Put away the stuff I'm gonna keep, which would be ergonomic rocket launcher part, white phosphorus rocket, no, I've got more than enough of them, but grenade launcher cases. Should probably sell it. Actually, nah, I will sell it. the crystal plaque. It's not a weapon, so it doesn't belong on the trophy rack. Same with the stopped hourglass. More interested in lethal collectibles than anything. Doesn't leave much else to put away, I don't think. Unless if I'm blind. I have been known to be occasionally blind as hell. Known to myself, mostly. Right, now the selling. By the hexogen. No napalm. Not entirely familiar with what my shopping list used to be, but I know it's for sure hexogen. Probably also magnesium powder. What do I need for the concussion rounds? TNT, magnesium, small oxygen tank. TNT is easy. It's just magnesium, really. Crystal plaque, stopped hourglass, waste bag. Where as meds are concerned, I'm pretty good right now to only repair kits, I don't think. Yeah, everything's in pretty good condition. The shield generators are worth a lot, but I've got a pile of them. This guy only wants one. Probably because the merchants have not refreshed. Maybe. Didn't actually check. More places to go. Buy a bunch of oxygen tanks. Don't need them all right now, but maybe eventually. Alright. We'll go to Oculus, and then Fort Apogee after. Don't have too much blue dollars. Yeah, very not much. I can always sell some stuff, get some or maybe not magnesium, more like hexogen. If there's any extra, they usually also have some pretty good stuff also. Assuming I can afford it. Maybe that's a good reason why I should go there first, but yeah, I'm already here. What do I need for more bullhead? Morphine, need a mental, gizzard, enzymes. Not sure how much of all of those I have, but I know where to get them. Nothing to sell. How about buying? Not much, as it turns out. Always use more EMPs, so electromagnetic dischargers. Wrong place. Actually, not sure if I've ever talked to, what's his face up here? Twitch. The pale, skinny man turns to you and instantly unleashes a torrent of words. The words that are expelled with such speed that you find keeping track of what he's saying a great difficulty. His rapid, twitchy motions and a constant need to alternate between looking at you and the numerous monitors in front of him is both intriguing as well as uncanny. Hey. You must be Paul, huh? Huh? It's good to meet you. I'm Twitch. I said, it's good to meet you. I'm Twitch. Why are you doing that? Doing what? It looks at a monitor. Oh, wait. Let me zoom that in. More. Shame. Resolution is far too low to discern anything. I can't. He looks at you. Doing what, huh? Doing what? The, multitasking. It's creeping me out, man. Can you focus on one thing at a time? Turns towards you. If I focus on one thing, then I'm missing something else. I need to be on a constant lookout in order to register and process everything that's happening. Simply by focusing all my attention to you, I've already missed several important events. Looks at the monitors again. My way is the optimal way. So, can you watch the arena on those monitors? Twitch glances at you, then returns to his monitors. Of course I can, Paul. I live in Core City before I came here. I'm so addicted to watching. Turns at a different monitor. To watching the arena. A bloodthirsty maniac, yeah, that's what I was. Let me play it on the monitor. One press of a button later. There, now we A joy. It's Mark the Impaler. How typical of him. He's impaling a man. Before you ask, yes, I've seen your fight with Carnifex. You dominated. He focuses on one of his monitors. Well, I think that's all I wanted to know. Guess I think he already knows everything else. Probably. Wrong floor again. Main floor. Or mainframe floor. More like the rock floor. Anyway. Port Apogee. Wonder if there's a Fort Perigee somewhere around here. Yeah, that's probably in the north. Didn't realize that guy would buy so many energy shields. Should have been doing that earlier. 12. More than enough oxygen tanks, which I will buy, just so that I can also have more than enough. On second thought, maybe I get him somewhere else. Do not have a lot of blue dollars. Got more the silver ones. I know they're not called dollars, but you know, could be calling them bruzuf if you want. Call them cash money. Calling him pesos. Whatever you want to call them. It's currency. Now ain't about I can start calling them credits. Nothing to sell. We have enough to afford all the hexogen. So what else can I get? $126 grenade launcher. Not enough. Think I've got plenty of very big mags. Don't have to worry about that. At least I'm pretty sure I don't. Yeah. Even if I do need them, I'll keep the cash for more hexogen. So many things to loot, but I know better. I ain't no stealth build. stuff. None of it for that pile. Not entirely true. Do have the black vitreous. Still have some medicine to sell, some more energy emitters, energy weapons, any repair kits. Need 2 for each of those. Right. One thing I could use some more of is concussive grenades. How many of those can I make? Wait. Where are the oxygen tanks? Having a blind moment right now. Oh, right up there. I've got 63. Put it with the frags. Still got plenty of thermal barracks. And also regular 40 mils. Put away some batteries. Maybe some more. Alright. Inventory's still pretty full, but there's a lot of stuff here I need to sell. Let's get on that. Starting with, due to the relic warehouse. Dirty Tom doesn't usually have too much, but occasionally does have something. Not quite sure what he buys though. is buying energy pistols. Doesn't seem to be selling anything I want, but I will take his money. Next, how about a foundry? Go over to the electronic shops there, and then go over to Kevin. Usually has some ammo, or at least some material for ammo. I say this as if it's a revelation to anyone. Like I haven't been here 15 times. Or like 30. The yapping will continue until morale improves. There goes all the energy shield emitters. I still have the MG342 that I sold them. Rebuy it, stick it on the rack. The trophy rack. Same with the K&H. Would have saved me a lot of money in the long run if I didn't sell it to him in the first place. But I wasn't planning on making a collection up until after I had sold a whole bunch of it. Whatever. Kinda running out of uses for money at this point anyway, other than getting the fancy ammo. Speaking of fancy ammo, I don't see any hexogen here. Or I'm blind. Yeah, no. Not seeing any. I think the only thing I have left to sell is some electronic components that probably the best part to go try to sell those would be SGS. Then a couple of meds. Definitely use some more bullhead. Not for the near future, but more for like the long-term future. Once I actually go down to Deep Cavern. It is approaching. don't really have anything to put away, so I'm not sure why I accessed that inventory. Padding the playtime, I guess. Speaking of padding the playtime, I know I still had some stuff left to do over in the Black Sea, such as killing the rest of the pirates, because I did chop my way through most of their enclave, but there are a few more spots to go, including in the destroyer. At least I think it's a destroyer. But anyway, the boat they have in the middle of their camp does have their captain in it. So that one might get a little tricky, but well, I've got the power of save load on my side. Don't know about him. But I don't think he's gonna win that one. Ultimately. May win a few. But all I have to do is win one. Good thing I'm not playing an Iron Man character. This guy would be dead as hell like 50 hours ago. Probably more. Much to sell, little bit to buy. A little bit more hexogen. Really can't think of anyone else who'd want to buy some psionic parts and headgear stuff, other than Ezra, which he currently does not want to buy terribly much. Maybe some dudes over at the Chort compound, or whatever the actual name is. Can't remember it exactly right now. Yeah. Let's just put away the extra parts. Go try to sell them later. Inventory is somewhat cleared. Clear out of a little bit more. I know I should be keeping some of this stuff, just have the option. Especially for the toxic and the plasmas, but don't have them currently equipped. Probably not going to use them against the current challenge. Psychofrags are definitely a very specialized kind of enemy to deal with. And I do plan to keep killing them until I run out of them. Anyway, let's get back to that plan. There's dudes to shoot. He's not gonna recharge his shield, is he? Right. Well, shield or not, let's keep trying. Miss having stun grenades on my bar. I survived this. No. I think the reason I don't have stun grenades is because they don't work for shit against these guys. Maybe I just keep that off the bar. I don't think we're winning this one cheap. Definitely not. Don't think that was worth it. On my part, that is. Just get lasered every time. Actually, there's one thing I just thought about. Which is, why am I using the light metal armor when I could be using the heavy metal armor? Might make me survive 20% better. Maybe. But this is regenerative material, but doesn't really help with the one-shot situations. Might be hard to narrow down where it is. Actually, it should be at the top, but I don't see it. Didn't get rid of it today. I know it. There it is. 56, 19, 31, 12. 5 acid. 52, 13, 42, 16. Armor penalty on 27. This one's got a little bit more mechanical resistance than threshold. Heat is more or less the same, acid's the exact same, energy is also more or less the same. The only advantage this one has is the regeneration, and very slightly more mechanical. So I guess I got it kind of the wrong way around. I do have the heavy armor. This is the light armor. Let's try it. Or at least it'll be a lot easier to hide around corners. At least it should be. Can't do much about the Cryo Sentinel, but I can run away. Good luck, Gunslinger. Really wish I could tell him, like, take out the Cryo Sentinel first. But I cannot. Cryo Sentinel will persist until morale improves. Sounds like someone just got wrecked. Hopefully it's not the someone I'm thinking about. Oh no, wait. He's just fine. Hopefully. And hit this guy without also hitting the gunslinger. There's no good ways to run away. But I can still try. Ah, that's what's happening. He's totally out of batteries, and he's just trying to punch people. Really wish I could give you some juice, bro. Could hand over the Sonocaster. Nah, it's almost certainly worse than his current gun, and it does not solve the problem. Grenades, no. Beds, no. Food, also no. Very annoying that I can't give him some more batteries, considering how important it is to him and to me. Maybe it's because the intent is that I would have gotten the hell out of here by now. But I'm greedy. So very greedy. There's more loot to get. I want it. And I will have it. Actually, I just remembered one thing I could do. And although it kind of defeats the spirit of the quest, quotation marks, that I've been on, it would solve the problem. Starting to think I should go for it. This is getting annoying. Sentinel is separated. I don't think that's quite gonna save me from this. Maybe it will. And it's more than one squad. And they're shooting me with plasma beams. And he's out of ammo, judging by how he's walking over there. I do the most that I can. lot of fat zeros. There they are. Plus grenades, but I really... Second cryo sentinel. This is fucked. Yeah, no. We lose this one. We try to run. No, it's not gonna work. Dead. I'm dead. Okay. Let's take the easy way out of the situation. And I know that ultimately the easiest is just leaving the facility entirely, which I've been able to do for a while now. Don't want to fight those guys. I hate the cryo sentinels. They're specifically constructed to fuck my shit up. Fine then. We'll fight. And I'll probably lose. Okay, chances just went up. I beg of you. Miss and miss. How's the pirate get my shit plasma beamed? There is a chance. The chance has been dashed. Extra dashed. Fuck's sakes. Are my grenades more accurate than my launcher grenades? Shit don't make sense, bruh. He's dead. And there's a cryo sentinel right there. These dudes have nothing but cryo sentinels, I've noticed. They never have the other type. Ever. I don't think it's a coincidence. If I wait long enough, will they fuck off? Apparently, yes. Alright. Hey, Mr. Commander guy. I know you're really worried about other things, but how about I just shoot at you? That was quick. Well, that's the end of that, says the gunslinger. Cognitor mid-chamber keycard. Psionic accelerator. Accelerates short-term psionic regeneration. Increases psi regeneration by 50% for 10 turns. That does nothing for me. The perceptual isolation helmet keeps the user away from sensory distractions. 20% armor penalty, grants 3 additional psi slots. Psionic skills increased by 40, psi regeneration increased by 5, and will increase by 1. Then the downsides. Perception set to 1. Initiative decreased by 30. Chance to get critically hit by weapons and unarmed attacks increased by 10%. Dodge, evasion, and stealth decreased by 1,000. Pretty steep. And then there's also the unlisted disadvantage. See if you notice it. Yeah. Can't see shit when you got that on. Alright. So I think that keycard opens this door. Nope. It does not. Judging by the name, it's probably the keycard to this room, but I mean, on the one hand, it makes sense that that guy has it. On the other hand, it's kinda useless to me. Anyway, the rest of the bastards should be gone. Should be. And, oh. There are still some left. I forgot to grab my loot, so I'll go back over there, grab the loot, get out of here. I think we're done. don't really need the rocket ammo. I don't really need the rocket parts. Although need and want are two different concepts. We'll take that one. So I think it's the best one I've found so far, and I am curious. How good can I make a rocket launcher? I already know going through the main courtyard, or at least part of it, is a bad idea. Go the other way. Then there's also this room. Grab all of it and condense it down. Maybe not this one. Or no, wait. I think I can still disassemble it. Now it's time to check. Never mind, it's time to fight. Let's just fast forward and say I got my shit exploded super hard. And now I'm gonna load the save. Okay. Keep your loot. I didn't want it anyway. Tired of getting my ass kicked by freaking robots shooting cryo beams. And also human robots shooting not so cryo beams. Alright, now for the curiosity. This is a rocket launcher part. How good of a rocket launcher can I make? Got the scope. $115,269. 2-point cost of 45, range of 14, optimal at 10, precision plus 9%, CQC penalty of 52%, which kind of makes sense for a rocket launcher. Move and shoot precision penalty 10%, Crit chance 8%, crit damage bonus 100, minimal strength 11, minimal weapon skill 155. Differences with the other launch mechanisms: 5% less precision. Seems to be the only difference between the ergo and the regular firing mechanism. Then the lean one. Less base action point requirement. Considering how expensive it is, the lean rocket launcher firing mechanism is probably the best one. The Maul definitely seems a lot better than the Beamer. A lot more damage in general. The only downside is more strength requirement, but if you're doing heavy weapons, and if you're lugging around a rocket launcher and all the ammo for it, you're gonna want some strength anyway. Also, just in general, doesn't seem that good. Not compared to a grenade launcher, even though it doesn't use the same skill. It's just, I know for a fact the plasma cannon, or whatever it's called, the unique you can also get from a compound, is significantly better than this thing, and takes significantly less inventory space than this thing, and is also less heavy, more accurate, just as likely to take out friendly targets. I guess the only advantage this thing really has is the different ammo types. But is it worth it? Hell if I know. Can't say for sure, but I can make some assumptions, which I've already put forward those assumptions. Yep. Maybe I'll be proven wrong someday, but it's not right now, that's for sure. Alright, I'm gonna go sell some bullets, a little bit of meds. Over at Junkyard. And after that, I'm gonna finish off the quest line for the expedition. Should have done this a while ago, but better late than never. Well, the food on a bar. A food bar, if you will. Alright. Let's try to get the hell out of here. It's a lot of batteries. I'll take them. The designator. A lot of mines. Never trust that there aren't more mines. It's gonna take a lot of battery. Good thing I've got a lot of battery. Batteries recharged. And I never did loot these guys. Few more things to sell. Or dismantle. Okay. So controls are damaged beyond repair, spattered with blood and bits of shattered bone. The navigation computer remains comparatively unscathed. If you could supply power to it, it might yet still work. Let's just try turning it on. Takes about 10 seconds for the navigation computer to fully boot. But when it does, it displays a map titled Dark Territory. It shows a stretching railway network between South and North Underrail. Some of these sections have been marked in red color, some in green, but most of them remain aptly colored gray. Take your time and study the map well. 2 XP. I don't think we're reversing this train out of here. We do have the map. The gunslinger's running on empty for his ammo. Really wish I could give him some. But I've said that already. Remember this junction. This was where we took the wrong turn. Doesn't seem like the other options were viable, but maybe would have been better off trying to dig through all the rocks rather than go through where we went, but well, hindsight and all that. Here's where we took that stop. Keypad seems to be done. Status unlocked. Interference. It's messing with my gear again. Dead scavengers. Webs all over the place. Wonder what we're gonna run into. Metro guides. Trans-regional guide. A barely preserved guidebook. Lists locations between South and North Underrail, across both Upper and Lower Metro, and each location is rated with a number of asterisk symbols, up to 3. Some of the Upper Metro locations include the Hypnos Rest Station, 0 asterisk, and the Thalia Commercial Complex, 3 asterisks. Whereas Lower Metro has plenty of neutral landmarks, like the Warming Falls and the Dower Granite Batholith, 3 and 2 asterisk, respectively. 2 points. 140 difficulty safe. Good thing I'm good at this. Oh shit. Apparently I was not good at that, because he noticed. And now I'm dead. Right then. Let's see if it's a trap. Let's go the other way. Maybe give it a quick save too. All the spiders in one spot. How convenient. And they've been dealt with. It is a lot easier when I know they're there. Gold ring and some coins. But really not much, considering the requirements. Fireplace is still going. Going pretty good. Must have used some of that good coal. Only have memories of this place. Sure seems familiar to me. I'll be damned. It's that rest station, isn't it? We've almost made it. Lunatics. Must be why I remember it. Yeah, definitely seems like it. know how this is gonna end. Did that do less damage than last time? Whatever. God damn, that is a lot of them. Especially considering the gunslingers had a juice. Getting a lot of kills, but don't think that's gonna matter. Or maybe, just maybe. Nope. Two dudes off on the other side of the screen. There's one guy there. Even if I survive, I'm gonna want to reload. But I'm curious. Yeah. A lot of them, and they're pretty good. Maybe if we try from down here instead. One guy up there. Almost certainly some dudes behind this door. One's immune. The other one just didn't quite catch it. The guy's got a psionic transceiver. Fuck it, we ball. should basically burn himself out anyway. What about the rest of the guys? They are approaching. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Strong as hell psionics. No, I can take him out. Just have to do it in the right sequence. Don't think this one's it, but let's keep going. See how bad it gets. And that's a GG. Player location, also known as go fuck yourself, reload to save. You're not winning. Speaking of, maybe I just... I was gonna say maybe I just leave, but... I'm gonna try one more. Okay, not a good start. Try that same approach, this time with some twitch. Most of them. How about the rest? Not enough action points for that. Yeah, this one ain't it either. Okay. Fuck these guys. After so many hours of darkness, the mood swiftly shifted the moment you stepped onto this stretch of gravel and steel. Special for nothing else but the fact that it's underneath proper light. Takes a moment to absorb it all, then smiles. Finally. Yeah, gotten sick of dark territory myself. Didn't exactly reach North Underrail, but I'll take Upper Underrail over where Nimble and the rest went. Readjust his goggles. Now what? No, we make a good team. Maybe we should keep this up, partner. We certainly do, but I think I've had enough excitement for the time being. What I need right now is a cold one. Some time to think things through. Could use some refreshment myself. Maybe a proper conversation. I guess you earned it. Before I forget, returns all of the items you gave him. Much obliged. I'll be at that food stand at the Upper Underrail station in Core City. At least, for a while. I'm sure I'll find you. I'll see you there. It's not quite where he said it was gonna go, but maybe he's got a bunch of batteries stored nearby. Lord knows he could use them. Technically going the long way around. $34 out of 64 XP. Forget, I had 2 more levels. Yeah, 2 more levels to go. Seems less likely that I'm gonna get all the way up to 30 the more I play, but maybe I'm not estimating it correctly. I forget entirely how much there is in Deep Cavern because, I'll be honest, I did that place once, and I only got to the boss. Didn't actually beat it. So there's probably a lot that I don't know. Which isn't exactly new. Alright. How about that conversation? You walk up to him opening a cold brew. As soon as he sees you, he motions Zilla for another one to appear, then drops a few coins on the counter. Right on time, partner. Maybe I'll have a sip of my drink. Place is certainly a lot more casual than the dark territory. Not yet sure if it's safer. Not an unfounded question. Statement more like, but go on. She slides the bottle towards you. Drinks on me. I don't think I know your name. You can call me Ron. Paul. Cheers, Paul. He raises his bottle. Yep. And Nimble. You clink your drinkware audibly. Everywhere I show up, people have all these questions. I'm sure you do too. This time, I ain't gonna ask any. I'll let you do the talking. Yeah, sure. Takes him a few moments, each one used to look at a certain part of the station. The reflections in his goggles make it seem like each turn of his head is a trip to a different time of his life. Until about 10 years ago, I used to work for a company in DIS. DET, or Det Tech, a private directed energy weapons contractor for North Underrail. Only a few years after Protectorate took over, and in the midst of free drone madness. Advanced weaponry business was lucrative at the time. DE Tech, Directed Energy Tech, or Technologies. Technologies, yeah, but the former part, yes and no. The company was owned by a husband and his wife, Deanne Emerson and David England, both names neatly fitting into the acronym. She was the weapon designer and the brains behind it all, but David was the wealthy, short-tempered husband who made things happen by throwing dollars at it. So that must be where you got that fancy pistol. It is my former service pistol. Biometrically locked. I'm the only one who could use it. It was my job to protect Deanne. I was young, she was charming. I think I see where this is headed. She was a mature woman, older than me, very intelligent and attractive, even at her most unattractive, and I was young. Things happened. So then I'm guessing the husband found out eventually. There's more to it. Once the company began to grow, David also grew more voracious. The guy could have any woman, so why not ditch the old one, get a new one, or new ones? It already found people who could take over her work. You see, I wasn't there to protect Diane from kidnappers or free drone saboteurs, but from her husband. I didn't know it at the time, but I must have known it instinctively, 'cause I never liked that son of a rat. Takes another sip from the bottle. It was Diane Emerson Technologies, and he wanted it to be David England Technologies. She had started the company before she married him. They had no children. And when did things turn south? I failed. I was supposed to protect her, but emotions made me lower my guard. She was shot dead by a stream under the open doming cavern outside of this. We shouldn't have been there, but we wanted to be alone, far from everyone. I was so out of it. I didn't even see the attacker until it was too late. According to the official story, Diane and I were plotting to kill David, but once we were found out, I let her out of this and killed her, trying to cover up the whole thing. And they found my gun, or at least a pistol just like mine with the same user ID. I know the story's got more holes than the sieve, but dollars plug those holes surprisingly easy. and so I had no choice. Either risk the death penalty or try my luck here. The whole story I heard many years later. Back then I just knew they were going to pin it on me, and that I had to disappear. And years have passed since. DE Tech is no more. David got what he deserved eventually. I was thinking about returning to North Underrail. That's why I took the job. Entered the region through the back door. Now, with the luck I had, I think it's time to let go of the past. Go through the front entrance. And with that, he takes out his energy pistol and puts it on the table. Keep that thing holstered or I'm calling the enforcers. This'll take but a moment, hon. Paul, hold it by the grip. Go ahead. Well, it's not exactly my type of gun, but if he wants to hand it over, I will say nothing. Just do what he says. The screen flashes. Successfully added a new user. TSM SL2SR. Paul. I'm letting go of the past. And that piece there, that's past. Takes one final sip from his bottle and puts it back on the counter. Now what? Now, I leave. A few minor things left to do and then I'm off. Oh, take care, Ron. I won't tell you to take care. You seem to be good at that already. Have a good one, Paul. Goodbye, my friend. And that is the story of the gunslinger. A pretty cool guy. Shoots at psychofrags and isn't afraid of anything. Up until we run into lunatics. But that's not really his fault. Like I said, I don't really have use for this gun, but I will read it out. The Stunner. A pulsed energy pistol with DE Tech logo on its side. In lethal mode, the laser pulses create a small amount of exploding plasma on the target surface, which produces destructive and debilitating pressure waves. The less lethal mode distributes the energy in a different manner, causing more agony and less damage. The biometric lock engages the weapon only for the following authorized user: UHHU3CSD and TSMSL2SR. Damages 25 to 40. Impact speed very high, base action points of 12, range of 11, optimal 8, precision +5, critical chance 10, critical damage bonus 175. Bypasses 25% of target's energy shield. On hit, a 35% chance to immobilize the target for 1 turn, and also on hit, applies 1 stack of polarization, which reduces the target's energy damage resistance and threshold by 10% and electrical ones by 7%, and increases their chance to get critically hit by weapons by 3%, and stacks up to 5 times. Last 2 turns. 5 energy per shot, with a total energy cap of 100. Overall, a pretty decent gun. That being said, if you're doing like a energy crit build, there's a lot better you could get. But if you're not, this one ain't bad. Also forgot to mention the special ability, Stunning Pulse. Perform a special attack that costs 20 energy and only does 50% of the normal weapon damage, but stuns living targets for 1 turn if it deals any damage. Which is also pretty nice. And put it away. Alright. Clear out the inventory and let it a little bit of a think. Right. Forgot to put away the Warthog. Which, similarly, I did not read the description and the stats. So I'll do that right now. An old world belt-fed machine gun that fires 7 62mm rounds. It's a bulky metal beast that feels heavier than it actually is. Though the weight does help produce the felt recoil, and the large grip makes it comfortable to fire from the hip. 34 to 68 mechanical damage, impact speed high, base action point cost 35, spread angle 42, range of 15, optimal to 9, move and shoot precision penalty of 12, 3 extra shots per burst, crit chance of 3%, crit damage bonus of 110. Minimum strength of 9. I think this is one of the few machine guns that can use this ammo type. And by few, I mean, I think there's one other one that uses 7.62, but I'm not entirely sure anymore. Maybe I'm wrong, but either way, this one is pretty good. Especially if you grab it early. Oh, and a couple of other stats. Got a magazine capacity of 65 and a reloading cost of 300%. Cannot fire single shots, but only burst. Same as any other machine gun. Probably should have fixed up that helmet instead, but Yeah. Don't think I get as much out of selling the repaired gear as I do out of buying the repair kits in the first place. So it's a wash. Guess the big exception would be stuff like this crossbow, since it is a fancy one. Sure isn't worth terribly much in the merchant inventory though. Maybe it still wasn't worth it. Always working on ifs and maybes. I know I'm wrong all the time, yet I still do it. Maybe I should have some more confidence in my incompetence. Just state things and let reality catch up to me instead. Would save time in the short term anyway. I'll have some boots to sell. Go to Camp Halfor. They didn't want to buy any boots or belts. Few other things to sell. But I'm thinking, even though it's not a terribly long stream, especially compared to other ones I've been doing recently, I'm thinking I'll leave it right here. So, still got plenty more Underrail left to play, but we'll chip it down a little bit at a time, and hopefully I'll actually be in the mood to keep playing it, because I was this time. And I do want to get around to finishing this game, not just because the other game's gonna release in anywhere between half a year to 5 years from now, or alternatively never. That's also a possibility, even if though I'd rather that not happen. But it's also just there was a huge break between the last episode and then between the last episode and the one before it. I think that's just kind of unfair to the people who care. So hold me to it. If I'm being a lazy bastard, let me know. And then you'll see another Underrail stream shortly after. It's all about that peer pressure, you know. But anyway, I'm just kind of yapping and complaining about myself again. I'd better get going. Anyway, hopefully you like the stream. See ya.